I can give you my rating straight away. It's an absolute 10.
Whoa.
It's like 15. I really love this one. It's
Okay.
so good.
Hi, welcome to Rotten Rebel. Today I have Sandra Solomon with me, and we are going to do something that I think you guys are going to find quite exciting and helpful. So you are here today to help us figure out which of these 12 selected oud perfumes from my collection is the sexiest. And the reason I wanted a woman's perspective and feedback on that is because oud can be quite a tricky note in perfumes. Not everyone out there enjoys oud, and not all oud perfumes are created equal. So for example, not all oud perfumes in my collection are sexy. Some are cozy and warm, some are really dirty, some are elegant but not sexy, and some, which are my favorites, are both elegant and classy and sexy at the same time. Those are my favorites. But you are here to sort of settle the score. Which one of these ouds is the sexiest on a man? And that, I hope, will be helpful for you guys if you are looking to buy an oud and you want that oud to be attractive to women. So without further ado, let's get started with the first one. So first up we have VARVATOS Oud. Here you go. And I am going to mention that we sprayed these on about 5 to 10 minutes ago, so they had some time to dry down.
Yeah. And this is, I think, a beautiful oud. It's, as you say, polished and fruity. And I really enjoy it. It's elegant. This is not the kind of dirty oud.
No.
It's polished and elegant, and I really like it.
Yeah, so this is definitely not a dirty oud. Sometimes you can, yeah, it's like you said, fruity. It has a ton of notes in it. And it's really like a well-behaved, beautiful kind of light oud.
And it's the kind of oud that you can wear to the office.
Yeah,
you can't do that with all oud fragrances, I think.
So if you're going to rate that one between 1 to 10, and remember, this is about sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on a scale from 1 to 10 on a man, and it's supposed to be the sexiest. So 1 to 10. What are you going to give it?
I think I'm going to go with an 8.
Whoa.
Yeah, I really like it.
Pretty
and
good.
This is a new one for me, so this was a good introduction.
Okay, cool. So VARVATOS Oud got an 8 when it comes to sexy on a man. Let's move on. Next up we have Oud ISPAHAN from DIOR. I only have a small bottle currently, but I do need to get a full bottle soon because I love this one.
Yeah, it's so good. This is... The funny thing about this one is that it's both elegant and classy, but at the same time it's so dirty in the oud. So it's a perfect combination of a beautiful and dirty oud, and I really enjoy it. So
yeah, I agree.
I can give you my rating straight away. It's an absolute 10.
Whoa!
It's like 15. I really love this one. It's so good.
Okay, cool. So Oud ISPAHAN, a perfect rebel. That was good.
Perfect sexy rebel.
Perfect sexy rebel, yeah. So yeah, let's move on. So next up we have an oud that is pretty new in my collection, and I was actually really pleasantly surprised about this one, and it is Banana Republic's Oud MOSAIC 17. I got it at a pretty good price, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
This is cool. I think it's obviously oud in it. It has something else that I think is kind of smoky. And you're probably gonna say I'm crazy, but also there's something boozy in it, I think.
Okay,
so,
might be.
Boozy, smoky, and oudy.
Yeah. So to me, what I was surprised about was that this one is... It reminds me of some other oud, but I cannot remember which one it is. But this one to me sort of balances... What surprised me was that I didn't expect a sort of a slightly dirty oud from Banana Republic. And I don't think this is a super dirty oud,
No.
but it's not the cleanest oud either.
But I was gonna say that it's not so. It's a good oud, but it's not so sexy because it's not dirty enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna give that one in terms of sexiness from 1 to 10?
In terms of sexiness, it's only a 6.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So Banana Republic, Oud Mosaic 17 only got a 6 when it comes to sexiness. Moving on. Next we have a super cheap one that I bought maybe 2 years ago, and that is Swiss Arabian's SHAGHAF Oud. You can find this one really cheap, and to me this is a sweet oud.
Yeah, this is more of like a sweet honey fragrance, and this is actually one of the first ouds I bought myself, and that was when I hadn't smelled so many ouds. But now that I have smelled so many others, this is really not the best one. And I would like if there were more oud in it. So it's not a favorite anymore, and I think it's very, very sweet.
Yeah.
And not so sexy.
So what are you going to give this one in terms of sexiness?
Only a 4.
4, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So SHAGHAF Oud from Swiss Arabian is apparently not that sexy, and I have to agree with you on that one. Moving on to the next one. Next up we have a leather oud from DIOR. Here you go.
And why do you have such a huge bottle of it?
Because I just fell in love with it, and I think I'm probably the first one in the world to be able to bargain with the DIOR salespeople. Usually you can't bargain with them, you just pay the price. But I said, hey, this is your last bottle, I want the biggest one, give me your best price. God damn it. And they gave me their best price, and I just had to buy it. And it was, cool. I mean, they really said that it was supposed to be discontinued. So I got that sort of a fear of missing out, so I bought it, and I don't regret it.
So this might sound weird, but this smells just like leather inside of a barn, and it's so damn sexy. I just love this. This is so dirty, it's so filthy, it's so, yeah. Okay,
so what are you going to give leather oud in terms of sexiness?
I think that it's a 15, but I can't give 15s or 17. Wow. So this is, of course, a 10.
Wow, yes. Another perfect sexy rebel when it comes to oud. Next up we have VERSACE's Oud Noir.
This is a spicy and clean oud, I would say. And it's a really, really good one, but not so sexy.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one is sort of a well-behaved oud. Yeah, that's the way I call ouds that are not dirty. They are well-behaved.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely enjoy it on a man, but it's not the sexiest one. This is, as the other one we talked about, that is actually okay for using to the office and more formal events. So yeah, it's a 7.
Okay,
it's
cool.
a 7. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. This one is a light and safe oud. Most people are going to like it on you. So yeah, I have to agree on that. So VERSACE's Oud Noir got a 7 in terms of sexiness for an oud on a man. Next up we have HUGO Boss Bottled Oud. I fell in love with this one on a trip about 4 or 5 years ago, and now when I get a whiff of it, I mean, there's something addictive about this one. I just love it.
This is a beautiful and romantic oud. This is like the oud of love. I think it's really, really, really good. It's not sexy. It's not sexy, but it's not the sexiest one. This is a more romantic fragrance, I think. So in terms of sexiness, this is a 6.
Okay. So the poet inside me loved hearing those 3 words. This is an oud of love. And mark my words, some perfume house out there is going to, within the next 2 years, they're going to nick that Oud of Love and they're going to put out an oud perfume that is called Oud of Love. I love that sound of that. But Boss Bottled Oud only got an
6.
6. Wow.
But in terms of love,
Wow.
a 10.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so 6 for Boss Bottled Oud. Next up we have the first perfume that I bought from the house of CHOPARD, and that is Oud MALAKI. Here you go. Try it out. What do you think?
This is fruity and beautiful.
It's a different oud.
It's a different oud,
Yeah.
yes. Actually, if I smelled this and didn't know that it was oud in it, maybe I wouldn't guess. Because I think it's too clean to be oud. But it's a really, really good fragrance.
To me, this is like a warm and sort of a thick oud.
Okay.
So what are you going to give Oud MALAKI in terms of sexiness for an oud on a man?
In terms of sexiness, a 7.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. So Oud MALAKI got a 7. Next up we have Molton Brown's Mesmerising Oud Accord and Gold. Probably
That
the
was-
longest name
Yeah.
in the history of perfumes. So what do you think about that one?
It smells like oud. It smells also green. That's not the combination I usually,
Okay,
I haven't tried.
I'll
So
pick up
oud,
that.
green, something smoky and something sweet. Not my favorite. It's cozy, but not sexy. So in terms of sexiness, this is only a 4. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I sort of agree. I think this one is, if you're looking for like a mass appealing oud, then you should probably get your hands on Mesmerising Oud Accord and Gold, because it's really sort of it's oudy but not too heavy. It's I believe it's a sort of a honeyed oud, so it has some sweetness to it, and most people are going to enjoy it. I put this one on when I want that sort of a cozy feeling, most likely when I'm just at home taking it easy. I don't feel that particularly sexy in it, and you gave it a 4.
Yeah.
Moving on to Niche with the Great Oud for Greatness from INITIO. Here you go. What do you think?
This is so good, and just like the initial ones always are, it feels just so exclusive and well made and just like perfection. And this also has that perfect combination of being a beautiful and polished oud, but it's at the same time dirty. So, wow, this is really good. So, of course, a 10.
Okay, cool. So that was Oud for Greatness from INITIO, and this one got a 10 when it comes to sexiness for an oud fragrance on a man. Good one, Oud for Greatness. Moving on to the next one. Next up we have ACQUA di Parma's Oud. What do you think about that one?
It has that Acqua di Parma kind of scent in the background. Wow, this is not a dirty oud. It's a polished oud, but it's still sexy. And
Okay.
I think it's really good. I think most of the heavier fragrances from Acqua di Parma is usually sexy.
Yeah.
And this one as well. So, not a 10, but a 9. Yes,
okay.
it's really good. I really enjoy it.
So ACQUA di Parma's Oud got a 9. And last but not least, we have the modern classic Tom Ford's Oud Wood. Here you go. What do you think?
I think it's a good one. Another one that you can wear to the office for me, but not so sexy. So on a sexy scale, it's a 6.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So Tom Ford's Oud Wood The classic one got only got a 6. So we went through the scores and we have a top 3. All of these scored a perfect sexy rebel. That's a perfect 10. And the 3 are Leather Oud from Dior's exclusive line. And then we have INITIO's Oud for Greatness. And the last one in the top 3 is Oud ISPAHAN. So in your hand you have the 3 perfume strips. So please do sniff them one by one because we need to have 1 remaining out of these 3. And I want you to start from number 3 to the number 1.
Okay.
Have you decided or do you need more time?
No,
okay.
This is so easy.
So please do let us know which one comes at number 3. So this is the 3rd most sexiest oud perfume on a man. So which one is it?
The 3rd most sexy is INITIO Oud for Greatness.
Okay.
Yes.
So INITIO Oud for Greatness gets the 3rd spot in this list. Interesting. What can I say? I think I guess I'm a bit not surprised, but to me I do find this one like really gentlemanly. I call it royal. It's definitely posh, it's polished, it's so well made, it feels luxurious. This one to me, I guess the thing that I was a bit surprised by was when you said that it is quite a bit dirty together with that sort of a classy side. This one to me is not dirty, it's just so goddamn nice. I do feel sexy when I put it on, but in a sort of a more well-behaved, gentlemanly way, if I'm going to put it that way. It is so good, and the reactions I've had from other people is that this one is a really sort of a mass appealing oud that a lot of women enjoy in me. But my sort of out of these 3, this is not sort of the sexiest, which is interesting because that correlates with your taste or your preferences out as well. So let's move on. This one took number 3. So please do let us know which one comes on 2nd place.
On 2nd place we have Oud ISPAHAN. Because Oud ISPAHAN is so dirty and so beautiful at the same time, and it's so good.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I think it was sometime this week I put this one on, and I mean, I just kept getting a whiff of that sort of a dirty oud from time to time, and then it faded away and showed me sort of its nice side, and then like a moment later I got a big whiff of that sort of and I can never get enough of it when it's like goes in cycles like that. So it's dirty and then it's nice and it's dirty. So yeah, I just love Oud ISPAHAN. I gotta get a big bottle again. I used to have a big bottle, but that means that Leather Oud takes the number 1. It takes the crown. It's the king of sexiest oud fragrance on a man, according to a woman. Yes. I love it, and it's so fun that you crowned this the perfect sexy rebel, because it is to me the perfect sexy rebel. And it's actually, really this list is sort of exactly what I would put it. I would put it like this. I would have Oud ISPAHAN at number 2, and then most likely this one on number 3.
Yeah. And there really is a reason that you told me that it's called 6 in a bottle, the Leather Oud one. It's so dirty, it's filthy, it's a little bit disgusting, but just so beautiful. Okay. So amazing. Okay, yeah.
Cool. And I gotta say that I think we can see, if I sort of overanalyze this, I can see that all the safest ones on this list got demoted or put in this category of being safe and nice.
Yeah.
But they weren't sexy. The sexiest ones were those that you actually felt were a bit dirty.
Yeah.
So I guess that if that's something we can learn, if there's something we can learn from that feedback, is that if you want something that is going to be perceived as a bit more sexy, edgy and bold, then your oud needs to be a bit dirty.
Yeah.
And I fully agree. As a man, I fully agree with that. All the safe ouds that we had, Tom Ford's Oud Wood, Versace Oud Noir, and all of those, they are really nice.
Yeah.
And there are going to be women that are going to think that they are sexy.
Yes.
But in order to sort of fully go to that sexy domain, then you need to be a bit dirty, which these ones are. So this was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this. So we want to know which oud perfume you feel is the sexiest on a man. So please do comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this video, then I would really appreciate if you would like it. It really helps. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and head on over to Sandra Solomon Fragrance. I'm gonna put a link to her channel in the description, so make sure you check her out and follow her as well, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.